A beautiful but cold coworker who has worked with O'Hara for 2.5 years suddenly asks him to marry her. She says, "Will you marry me?" Before this happens, O'Hara is just an ordinary worker at a travel agency. He works hard every day, but his boss often scolds him. He always takes too long to respond to others. It looks like he is daydreaming. His mind seems far from work. But O'Hara is not lazy at all. This problem troubles him deeply. Since childhood, he struggles to talk to people. This makes him take one extra second to reply to others. This lifelong habit of being slow makes him feel like his whole life is delayed. When coworkers help him, he is too slow to say thank you. By the time he decides to speak, they have already walked away, helpless. O'Hara just stands there. Suddenly, he feels someone staring at him intensely. He thinks they suspect him of slacking off, but he dares not explain. He can only scream inside. After work, O'Hara goes home to cook and feed his cat. But this is also his most relaxing time of the day. O'Hara drinks beer and complains to his cat. The things that happened today have become normal for him. Today, Rika gave him another angry look. She joined the company 1 year before him. She never scolds him directly. Instead, she warns him with her eyes. It's been 4 years since he started working. When will he grow into an adult who doesn't get scolded? The next day, at the travel agency, everyone starts cleaning early in the morning. O'Hara works hard mopping the floor. But when he stops to yawn, Rika gives him another angry look. O'Hara says, "I'm not slacking off, I'm cleaning properly." Rika thinks, did I scare him again? He must think I'm scary. She often stares at people without meaning to, but Rika doesn't like staring at others. She just can't say what she wants to say because she's not good at talking to people. She often scares her coworkers. They think she's angry or warning them, but she doesn't mean any harm. She's just not good at smiling. Of course, she doesn't explain this. After work, she goes home and relaxes by looking at maps. It's her favorite hobby. She enjoys looking at funny names and patterns from around the world. It makes her feel relaxed and happy. But when she wakes up, it's back to another tiring workday. Today, the boss from headquarters announces something important. They plan to grow the travel agency bigger. They want to expand into the North American market. The company needs to open a branch in Alaska, and they'll pick one person from the team to be the branch manager there. Hearing this news, everyone starts to panic. Isn't this like being sent to the North Pole? But the company is considerate. They won't send people with families. Single employees will go first. O'Hara is the perfect candidate. He quickly raises his hand, but to say he can't go. He already has a cat. Ms. Kurikawa says, "A cat? That's not a reason. I thought you'd volunteer. What do you think work is?" Everyone think carefully. Someone has to go. No one minds visiting the North Pole, but living there long term is hard to accept. They say the last person sent there. No one ever replaces him, so he ends up staying there for 10 years. That's why the co-workers are so against it. Suddenly, Emma gets a great idea. She decides to find someone to marry. Then she won't be single anymore. It's a good plan. But O'Hara isn't even close to marriage. He doesn't have any female friends. Looks like he's really getting sent away. Rika is also under a lot of pressure. She's extremely shy. Going so far away is scary. How will she survive? This is a life or death problem. But I don't have any connections at work. The world seems fun on a map, but in reality, it's not exciting at all. The next day, the two meet with the same problem. O'Hara talks to her first. For once, he's decided to quit his job. This might be their last meeting. He thanks her for always being kind. Rika asks, "Is this because of your cat?" O'Hara says yes. The cat used to get bullied by strays. I adopted it when it was covered in wounds. It's very shy. It just started trusting me a little, so I really can't stop worrying about it. After O'Hara explains the reason, he apologizes for being so cold to her at work. Before he says they might meet again someday, Rika asks, "Do you know how hot it gets in Anchorage during summer?" "It's 18 degrees, a bit chilly." "That's not what I meant to say. Will you marry me?" O'Hara is shocked. He never thought a girl would propose to him. Rika is also surprised. She had the courage to say it. They both freeze for a moment, but they both stay surprisingly calm. O'Hara has no idea what marriage means, and he knows this can't be a real proposal. Rika explains, "We're both single, and neither of us wants to move so far away, but we don't have good reasons to refuse." Rika says, "So I think this is the best solution. We're both invisible at work. Even if we say we're married, no one will care. The company won't open the new branch for a year. If we say we're married now, and wait it out until they pick the branch manager, then later, we can end this marriage with no problems." After hearing Rika's plan, O'Hara thinks it actually makes sense. This way he can stay at the company. He won't have to leave his cat either. So O'Hara agrees to the fake marriage plan. After they both agree, Rika asks O'Hara to go with her tomorrow to tell Kurikawa about their marriage. She says, "I'll handle everything else. You don't need to do anything." O'Hara asks, "I don't have to do anything." Rika replies, "Yes, this was my idea. Just leave it to me." Rika says, "I'll take my leave now." O'Hara is surprised. Rika usually seems so quiet, but she's actually this bold. What's even more surprising is that when Kurikawa hears about their marriage, she doesn't doubt them. Instead, she's really happy. Their usually strict boss suddenly acts like a gossipy girl. She starts asking about their love story. Kurikawa says, "You two are perfect together, so perfect." Rika says, "Sorry, Kurikawa." Kurikawa says, "I'm sure it'll be tough sometimes, but you can always talk to me. Goodbye." Either way, their first step works. Kurikawa believes them. They thought no one would care if two outsiders got married, but they were wrong. But they didn't expect Kurikawa to throw them a surprise party. Now the whole company knows they're getting married. O'Hara starts to panic, but Rika looks confident. Rika says, "Don't worry, leave it to me." Rika says, "Wait here, I need to recharge my energy." She grabs 2 bottles of wine and walks out. O'Hara feels overwhelmed as everyone crowds around him. His co-workers ask him to share their love story. But how can he explain something that never happened? If they keep asking questions, their secret might come out. Luckily, Rika returns fully recharged. Drunk and full of energy, she goes all out. She decides to sing to thank everyone. This is Rika at her most energetic. Her haunting voice freezes the room. She probably never sang in front of others before. After her performance, the room falls silent. No one asks about their relationship anymore. At this moment, O'Hara sees her as a true hero. After the party, a drunk Rika struggles to walk straight. She stumbles and falls right into O'Hara. Rika says sorry. O'Hara says it's okay. Rika says goodbye. Rika feels today is definitely the worst day of her life so far. Not only did she embarrass herself in front of everyone, but she also did something so careless. O'Hara watches as Rika walks away. He starts hesitating again. O'Hara thinks, should I walk her home, or maybe say thank you or something? If I had gone up to sing with her earlier, maybe I could have helped her, but in the end I did nothing. I'm really useless. After this failure, Rika comes up with a new plan to handle future dinners like this. They need to create a fake backstory from how they first met to how they got married. Of course it's all made up. Rika asks O'Hara to fill out a form. She'll take a day off tomorrow to gather material, just like making a travel guide. Rika takes photos of nice spots nearby to use as their first meeting scene. She didn't expect O'Hara to take their fake marriage plan. He fills out the fake marriage plan so carefully. He's only 24 years old. He's 2 years younger than me, but seems so dependable. Next comes the practice dating stage. Rika imagines O'Hara's personality in her mind. But the sad thing is, even after working together for 2 years, she can't remember his face clearly. How could I pay so little attention to others? At this rate, the dating plan won't work at all. Rika regrets dragging O'Hara into this silly plan so easily. I promised I could handle it alone, but now I'm completely stuck. Just as she feels lost, O'Hara appears. O'Hara says, "Let me help think of how we met too." They go on a Ferris wheel ride. It's a popular spot for couples. Rika tells O'Hara about what she did earlier that day. She took photos of possible first meeting locations. She saw some rings while shopping, though they're just cheap ones, but they'll make our fake marriage seem more real. Rika says, "There's one more favor I need. Could you think of the proposal lines?" Rika says, "My idea is we ride the Ferris wheel together. When we reach the highest point, you'll propose to me, even though it's fake." O'Hara never thought this day would come. He gets very nervous when the Ferris wheel reaches the top. O'Hara knows what to say, but the words won't come out. He feels like saying those words would make it seem like a real proposal. Everything might change because of this. He says, "Sorry, I can't think of anything now." She says, "It's okay, you can take your time with the proposal words. I'll wait as long as it takes." O'Hara never expected that Rika, the pretty coworker, would propose to him. She even gives him a ring. They start living together. It looks like a happy life is about to begin. But all of this is just pretend. Their company wants to send someone to open a branch at the North Pole. Single people get picked first. Neither wants to leave home, so they agree to fake a marriage to make sure the whole company believes them. Rika thinks of making up a fake love story. This way, even if co-workers ask about it, she won't feel nervous. So Rika goes to the beach to take photos. She uses them as memories of their fake romance. Rika is usually a homebody who loves collecting maps. She's shy and avoids social situations. She rarely leaves home except for work. But because of the fake marriage, Rika has to do things she's not comfortable with. This completely changes her daily life. It makes her feel tired and stressed. Marriage seems too much for Rika to handle. Meanwhile, O'Hara keeps thinking about his date with Rika on the Ferris wheel. They agreed it was just for the company, a fake marriage and fake date. But having a girl by his side feels real to him. Rika looks at him, and it makes him very nervous. Marriage is a serious topic, and he doesn't feel ready for it. Like the fake wedding ring Rika gave him, he wonders if he deserves to wear it. But after thinking carefully, he decides to honor Rika's trust in him on the Ferris while he still puts on the ring. After wearing it, all his doubts suddenly disappear. Looking at his confident reflection in the mirror, he feels like he can do anything now with this ring. He must play the role of Rika's husband well. But suddenly he gets a strange anonymous call. O'Hara says, "Hello." The caller says, "I know everything. Your marriage with Rika is fake, right?" The caller says, "I know all about it. I'll send you both to Alaska." After this unexpected call, O'Hara feels panicked. He immediately finds Rika to discuss what to do. Since the call was anonymous and used a robotic voice, they can't tell who it is. Rika quickly figures out, knowing about Alaska means the caller must be from our company. Just then a chubby man appears nearby and greets them. He says he wants to visit O'Hara's home tonight to talk about something O'Hara thinks. Even though Gondau is a co-worker, we barely talk. Why would he suddenly want to see me? This seems very suspicious, but still we need to act. Natural, you're very welcome. Please come, Mr. Gondau. Will Rika join us too? Rika says, of course I'll be there. Gondau says, showing off your love. Hope I won't be a third wheel. O'Hara says not at all. Gondau says thanks, see you tonight. They both think Gondau is the caller to keep their fake marriage a secret. They must act more like a real couple. When O'Hara gets home, he bribes his cat with extra treats. He hopes the cat will cooperate. Rika arrives before Gondau comes. She wants to make O'Hara's place look like a couple's home. First she puts on the apron of the lady of the house. Then she asks O'Hara to arrange items from her list the way couples would like. Matching toothbrushes by the sink, paired pillows on the bed, and so on. Then they practice their story where they first met, their honeymoon plans, each other's likes, etc. Finally, they take some lovey-dovey photos together. Everything is ready. Now they can welcome guests at any time. They thought everything was perfect, but 3 people show up instead. Now it's even harder to keep their secret. The 3 say they brought beer to celebrate O'Hara and Rika's marriage. They brought lots of beer for the occasion. O'Hara thinks this isn't good. Looks like this will take a while. O'Hara asks Gondau, why did you really come to my house? Gondau says about that. Tell me how you successfully proposed. I want to get married too, but it's not working out. So I want to know your secret, O'Hara. This is impossible for someone in a fake marriage to answer. How can he answer that? Rika quickly steps in to help. Rika prepares some snacks for everyone. Rika acts like the perfect wife. Everyone is surprised. The usually cold and distant Rika is actually smiling. You two look really happy together. This must be a legendary marriage. Hearing this, Rika feels something strange inside. She excuses herself to the bathroom to calm down. After Rika leaves, everyone starts asking O'Hara about married life. But these questions? O'Hara looks a little helpless. He doesn't know what to say. Everyone suddenly crowds around him asking for details. They keep asking questions. For you guys, is marriage really that wonderful? O'Hara says, I just said, marry me, put on a wedding ring, and that's it. Nothing really changed for me. Is getting married really something to envy? His co-workers say we're super jealous, saying that just sounds like bragging. Just be honest and happy about it. This is what O'Hara truly thinks. But surprisingly, it works well. After the others leave, Gondau stays behind. Gondau actually likes their co-worker Emma. He wants O'Hara to help him. Is this why he set all this up then? Who made the anonymous call? Back in the room, they start cleaning up. Rika agrees with what O'Hara said earlier. Rika says, why do people get so excited when they hear about a wedding? It has nothing to do with them. O'Hara says to them, we seem to shine brightly. We look so bright and shining. Rika says, maybe only people who can feel this brightness choose to get married. I don't feel that brightness at all, and I probably never will. That's just how my life has always been. But even so, O'Hara thinks life still has its bright moments. You don't need marriage to feel that shine. Like when my cat waits for me at home, eating dinner together or watching TV side by side. Those moments feel bright too. It's not the same as marriage, but it's enough for me. Then Rika realizes she feels the same way when reading maps. Maps make her incredibly excited, and once she starts she can't help explaining why maps are so fun. O'Hara says, you're shining right now. Rika says, no way, I'm not shining at all. I should get going now. O'Hara says, okay, see you tomorrow. For a second, Rika's chest feels tight. She thinks it's just because she's bad at talking to men. This feeling will surely fade soon. As for O'Hara, he also finds Rika charming. At that moment his heart skips a beat, but neither of them wants to overthink it. After all, they only spend time together because of work. They shouldn't have strange thoughts. They mustn't get the wrong idea. The next day Rika goes to the field office to get some documents when a visitor arrives. This isn't something she's good at. She hasn't talked to a client in ages. But since everyone else seems busy, she has to handle it herself. The man hands her his business card and introduces himself. He says his son also works here. O'Hara's father says, I need to tell you something. I heard my son is getting married, but he didn't tell me anything about it. Rika wonders why O'Hara's father came to see her. She is supposed to marry his son, but it's just pretend. She doesn't know how to explain it, so she just gives vague answers. O'Hara's father notices Rika seems confused. He decides to wait before saying more. Before leaving, he gives Rika a small gift from his company. Rika sees the address on the gift, Kumamoto City. She's surprised. He came all the way from such a far place. Uncle must care about this a lot. Suddenly, she feels very guilty. She knows she must confess about the fake marriage. If she doesn't, it might hurt Uncle's feelings even more. Later, she quickly runs out to find O'Hara's father. She's ready to tell him everything. But before she can speak, O'Hara's father gets a little angry. He says, that irresponsible son of mine made such a big decision about marriage. It's really frustrating. In our hometown, weddings require so many preparations. First there are the engagement dolls, then the pine, bamboo, and plum decorations, and a whole sea bream too. For the wedding banquet, we have to invite all the neighbors, and everyone from the company. In total, about 200 people. After that we'll book a hot spring resort. We'll celebrate from day to night. There'll be dancing and more fun. Of course there are many other steps. I won't list them all. That's just how we do things in our village. He's the eldest son in our family. If the wedding isn't done properly, it'll bring shame to our name. Rika is shocked. She never thought about all this. O'Hara's father accidentally found out about his son's marriage plans, so he comes to O'Hara's office to see him. When Rika finds out, she immediately contacts O'Hara, but he's away on a business trip and can't return right now. So Rika has to stall his father first. Facing his questions, Rika hesitates to answer directly. She can't say that she's the one marrying his son. After all, their marriage is fake. The old man traveled all this way just for this. She worries he won't take the truth well, but hiding it might make things worse. Just as Rika feels trapped, O'Hara shows up to help. When she sees him, Rika feels a little flutter in her heart. Quickly she pulls O'Hara aside, saying they need to discuss work. Then she tells him his father knows about their wedding. Rika says the good news is he doesn't know she's involved. That means he doesn't know the full story. Hearing this, O'Hara plans to dismiss it as rumors and send his dad home. But before he can speak, his father suddenly interrupts because Rika sits down next to his son. This is their family matter, so he wants to talk to his son alone. But the dad still wants to apologize to Rika. He says sorry for talking about boring things earlier. O'Hara asks, boring things? Rika says, not boring at all. I just heard about Kumamoto's wedding traditions. They sound really grand. The dad says, sorry, I made that up earlier. That was all from ancient times. Nowadays hardly anyone gets married in the village. The population keeps getting smaller. The countryside is inconvenient and old-fashioned. Young people all move to the city. O'Hara feels annoyed. His dad brings up this topic again. O'Hara ran away from home. He wanted to avoid this issue. Rika says, O'Hara's hometown isn't old-fashioned. I think it's a unique place. So many people live near a volcano crater. There's even a railway passing through. The dad says, you know about that. She loves maps. She saw the place before. She always wanted to visit. Seeing Rika's interest, the dad keeps talking about his hometown. The scenery is beautiful. I miss taking my kids there. Walking together by the fields, we enjoyed the cool breeze and watched the sunset. But no matter how beautiful a place is, if there are no people there, it's just empty land. Dad says, that's where I was born. No matter what happens, I will always protect it. O'Hara understands this, but he feels helpless. Getting married and reviving the village. It's too much pressure for one person. Suddenly, Dad changes the topic. He remembers something important. Dad says, I heard about your marriage from the travel agency back home. Someone mentioned it to me. Oh, and I also heard your fiancée's name. Dad asks, what was her name again? I think it was. To avoid being caught in the lie, O'Hara promises to visit home this weekend. He'll explain everything to Dad then. With that, Dad gets what he wanted. He goes home happily to wait. O'Hara plans to tell the truth. Besides that, he has a lot to talk about with Dad, but he's not ready yet, so he decides to wait a few more days before telling him. Rika suddenly feels things are getting more serious than expected. At first, they just wanted to trick the company to avoid being sent to the North Pole. Now it involves family and hometown issues too. Getting married is much more complicated than they imagined. Before they can solve these problems, new trouble appears. The princess from Lichtenberg arrives in Japan. She wants to tour Tokyo privately on her last day. Their boss, Kurikawa, asks O'Hara to be her guide. This princess has a wild personal life. She always brings male guides during visits. The boss thinks other co-workers can't handle it. They might mess things up. Since you're engaged, you're the safest choice. They're important clients for the company. Everyone's future depends on you. Now O'Hara can't believe his bad luck. Trouble really never comes alone. O'Hara checks the princess's background. She's 28, married to a rich man. That's at least good news. It prevents misunderstandings. But she loves wild parties. That's not something a homebody like me enjoys. And I still need to deal with the hometown visit. Thinking about all this makes my head hurt. Thinking about all this makes his head feel like exploding. Rika looks at the stressed out O'Hara and feels sorry for him. She thinks about offering help, but then realizes she has no right to interfere in his life. They're just co-workers in a fake marriage. O'Hara arrives at the meeting spot. He expects the princess to step out of a fancy car surrounded by people, but instead she appears behind him wearing casual clothes. Since she doesn't speak Japanese, she can only introduce herself and nothing else. This makes her extremely nervous. Luckily, O'Hara speaks good English, so he suggests they talk in English. O'Hara asks curiously, "Why don't you have any attendants with you?" This question annoys the princess. She's tired of people treating her differently just because of her title. Today she just wants to be a normal girl and enjoy her day. O'Hara didn't expect his first question to upset her. To make sure the princess has a good time now, he needs to talk less and do more. He takes the princess to visit a nearby shrine. This is a special Japanese attraction. He did his research beforehand. From the princess's social media, he knows she loves cats. Earlier, when they passed famous tourist spots, she didn't even look at them. This shows she doesn't care about popular sites. So O'Hara chooses this shrine with many cats. As expected, the princess loves it. O'Hara continues with this idea. O'Hara takes the princess to some relaxed small attractions. The princess, who usually feels trapped, now feels free. This is a new experience for her. The princess says, "I'm having fun so far. I hope the next place will surprise me too." For the next stop, O'Hara suggests going somewhere high, but not a tower. Instead, they go to a school rooftop. The princess is completely charmed. O'Hara thinks foreigners learn about Japanese sites mostly from anime. This time he guesses right. This is a place the princess has always dreamed of visiting. She has seen scenes like this countless times in anime. It's really fun to see it in person today. O'Hara even prepares a school uniform for her. He wants her to feel more immersed. The princess changes into it without hesitation. O'Hara didn't expect her to enjoy being a student. So much time flies when you're having fun. Before they know it, it's already evening. The princess thanks O'Hara. She appreciates this precious day. O'Hara lets out a sigh of relief. Today's schedule is finally over. The princess says, "There's one last place I want to go. Can you take me to your home?" At the office, everyone starts gossiping. O'Hara and the princess still haven't returned. They say the princess has a wild private life. Did they go somewhere inappropriate? Rika knows she and O'Hara aren't together. Even if something happens, it's none of her business. But for some reason her feet carry her to O'Hara's apartment. When she reaches the hallway, she sees a light inside. Is he already back? Why is the princess wearing a sailor uniform? Rika doesn't want to doubt O'Hara. But why is the princess dressed like that? Why is the princess in O'Hara's house? Were the office rumors actually true? Rika keeps thinking about this. But the princess just came to see O'Hara's room out of curiosity. She's rarely seen an ordinary person's home before. She wanted to know how it feels when she opens the door. A cat suddenly scares her. She falls onto O'Hara in shock. Right then Rika walks in. O'Hara is completely confused. Why did Rika suddenly come to his house? Even Rika isn't sure why. She just feels strange about the whole situation. Rika says, "No more trouble like this, okay? That means no bringing other girls home. Got it?" O'Hara says yes. The princess says, "You must be Rika. Nice to meet you." After some explanation, Rika realizes she misunderstood the princess. She feels extremely embarrassed. She quickly apologizes for jumping to conclusions. The princess says she wanted to meet Rika because O'Hara keeps talking about her. At first O'Hara refused to bring me here, but he said if you were also here, he could make an exception. O'Hara is a very loyal person. He only thinks about you. His fiancée, Rika, says, fiancé no way. O'Hara says that's not true. Princess says, I see, this must be how ordinary couples live. Actually, I'm thinking of leaving royal life behind. I really want to live like a normal couple. In fact, I already have someone special in my life. She's my true love. We share the same dreams. We have the same values. But to fulfill my duty as a princess, I married my current husband. As I grow older, I've learned to reflect. I've thought about what marriage means. Whether I'm married or not, it doesn't change anything for my country. Now I want to grow old with the one I love, to have a simple, ordinary marriage. You two are like the perfect couple from a fairy tale. You've given me love and courage. Rika says, oh, I don't deserve that. Princess says I hope to be as happy as you one day, not as a princess, but as an ordinary person. Thank you both so much. After the princess leaves, Rika gives O'Hara a gift. It's a frog-shaped rock from her collection. She remembers his uncle mentioning you loved catching frogs when you were little, so I thought of this. But as she gives it to him, she suddenly feels a bit silly. Why would I give something like this to a guy? It's so embarrassing. But O'Hara doesn't think so. He finds Rika's gesture really cute. O'Hara feels his heart skip a beat again after that. Rika gets flustered every time she sees O'Hara. They only got fake married to avoid a work transfer. Why should I care what O'Hara does? But why did I say those things back then? Just then Gonda accidentally reveals that O'Hara is visiting his hometown this weekend. The quiet office suddenly buzzes with gossip. Co-workers whisper about whether they're going to meet his parents. Some even guess Rika might be pregnant. This makes Rika already nervous, panic even more. How does Gonda know about this? We never told anyone. Who leaked it? As his fake fiancé. What should I say now? Rika is extremely nervous. Now she even starts typing randomly. Suddenly O'Hara stands up. O'Hara says, it's not what you think. I only went back home to deal with some small things. Hearing this reason, the co-workers quickly lose interest. O'Hara tells Rika to relax. On the weekend, I'll go back alone to handle this. I'll also do my best with our fake marriage plan. Just then Rika suddenly gets a phone call. Rika says, hello. The caller says, you're going back home, right? Rika, you should go back too. Rika asks, who is this? The caller says, you're getting married, so you must both go back. I've been watching you. To prepare for the trip home, O'Hara takes his cat to a pet hospital. During this time O'Hara thinks about some serious questions. Why did the mysterious caller contact Rika? Who in the company is it? What does this person want? These questions are hard to figure out. But the bigger issue is planning for the trip home. They must tell the truth about the fake marriage, then ask their families to keep it a secret from the company. This way our plan can continue. To others this trip home will look like meeting parents. If we return the same day, it would seem strange. We'll stay at a Kumamoto hotel for one night before coming back. That's the plan. I hope it goes well. The vet notices O'Hara seems distracted but can't help him much. He just cheers him on. The doctor says, good luck, O'Hara. O'Hara thinks, she's a good doctor, but a bit odd. Meanwhile, for some reason, when Rika learns she'll visit O'Hara's hometown with him, she suddenly feels more at ease. Now she just needs to choose what to wear. Since childhood, Rika lacked confidence. Every time she changed clothes, she'd repeatedly ask her mom, afraid her outfit looked bad. Her mom always told her, just wear what you like. Have confidence in yourself. You're a smart girl. Remembering this, Rika stops hesitating. She quickly picks an outfit she likes. They decide to meet at the airport on the weekend. O'Hara sees Rika in travel clothes for the first time. At this moment, he suddenly feels a little flutter in his heart. Rika says, sorry for making you wait. O'Hara says, not at all. This trip is just to explain their fake marriage to his family. But it somehow feels like a real couple visiting parents. Noticing O'Hara keeps looking at her, Rika starts doubting herself. Are these clothes really okay? Is this outfit suitable for explaining a fake marriage to a coworker's family? Suddenly the mood becomes a little awkward, but O'Hara quickly breaks the tension. O'Hara says, Rika, have you been to Kumamoto City before? About this, Rika has a lot to say. Rika says, I went there many times as a kid. O'Hara, do you want to hear about my family? You always talk about yours, but I've never shared mine. O'Hara says, you don't have to force yourself. Rika says, it's fine. Visiting your hometown might bring up similar topics. O'Hara says, then I'd like to listen. Rika says, when I was little, It was just my mom and me, but she often traveled for work, so I stayed home alone a lot. A map became my only friend. I look at the places on the map. It always makes me happy. I take out small toys that belong to mom and me. We follow the routes on the map. I imagine what those places look like. It feels like I'm really traveling there. I spend my days playing this game. This is how I've visited Kumamoto City countless times. Rika says, it sounds really boring, right? O'Hara says no, not at all. Rika says, I see. After some time they finally reach their destination. As soon as they get off the plane, O'Hara meets his grandma. He quickly introduces her to Rika. Grandma says, I came to the airport to deliver melons. You're heading back home, right? I can give you a ride. You haven't visited in years. I heard you're getting married. Is this young lady your fiancée? Rika says, actually, that's not true. We're not getting married. I'm really sorry for the confusion. O'Hara says yes, we're not together like that. Grandma says, I see. You two must have your reasons. When they arrive at Grandma's house, she insists they stay. Grandma says, today is a special chance. Come to my house and have some melon first. It's fine if you go home late. My family grows fruits. You can take some as souvenirs later. We're preparing to go abroad now, but Grandpa hurt his back by accident. Now I have to do everything by myself. O'Hara quickly says, let me help pack the boxes. Grandma says, okay, then I'll go harvest the melons. Rika is very thoughtful. She immediately follows Grandma. She wants to help too. Grandma says, then come pick melons with me, but you can't wear those clothes. After changing into work clothes, the two of them start harvesting melons together. Rika has never done this before, but with Grandma guiding her, she learns quickly. But something feels off. Rika wanted to explain everything while alone with Grandma. Now she's busy picking melons instead. Suddenly she's charmed by the countryside view. Rika says, it's so beautiful. No matter how much you imagine it, seeing it in person is different. After working for a while, Grandma cuts a honeydew melon to reward her. When Rika tries to use this chance to explain about their fake marriage, Grandma says, dear, you don't need to hide it. You two are really getting married, right? I can tell at first glance. I haven't lived this long for nothing. Rika says, Grandma, please listen, we're really not getting married. Grandma thinks they're just lying about the fake marriage because they don't want to return to the countryside. Grandma says, the men in our family are stubborn and bad with words. Even if O'Hara's father loves his hometown, he shouldn't force his son to come back. Actually, O'Hara could have just pretended not to hear him. I know there are things you can't say openly, but I'm just happy if O'Hara is happy. I can tell from his expression. Grandma says, O'Hara really likes you. Please take care of O'Hara. Rika says, Grandma, that's not. Suddenly Rika faints turns out. Rika has heat stroke. O'Hara rushes out to help. Grandma tells him to carry Rika to the room. This is the first time O'Hara carries Rika. Though he has no choice, he still feels a bit shy, but she seems a little heavy. Just then O'Hara's dad arrives to help Grandma pack the melons. He happens to see this scene. The family learns about O'Hara's plans to get married. To stop everyone from misunderstanding, O'Hara and Rika return to their hometown. They want to explain to the family that their marriage is just pretend. As soon as they land, they meet Grandma, who's delivering melons to customers. Grandma warmly invites them home. Rika plans to help Grandma with farm work to get a chance to talk to her alone. Then she'll explain her real relationship with O'Hara. But she suddenly faints. While working, O'Hara rushes over to carry the heat-stricken Rika inside to rest. Just then O'Hara's dad arrives to help Grandma. Dad says, isn't that the girl from your company? Why is she here? Is she the one you're marrying? Facing all these questions, O'Hara tells the truth. He says, I'm actually not getting married. I should have said something sooner. I'm sorry for the trouble. I'm really sorry. Dad says, do you think sorry fixes everything? Just as Dad is about to get angry, Grandma tells them to take care of Rika first. Later they call a doctor to treat Rika. The doctor says it's not heat stroke. She's just very tired. She'll be fine after some rest. The three of them feel relieved. At night, O'Hara returns home. He tells everyone the truth. He and Rika only pretended to be married. His mom and sister are a little surprised, but they understand the situation. After all, they're family. As long as they talk it out, nothing is too serious. After explaining everything, his mom tells him not to worry. She'll calm his dad down back at Grandma's place. It's getting late. They decide to stay the night before going back to work. But to their surprise, Grandma only prepares one room for them. To avoid any awkwardness, O'Hara moves his bed as far away as possible. Just then Rika wakes up. She looks confused. She passed out earlier, so she doesn't know what happened. O'Hara quickly explains. It's not what she thinks, but Rika doesn't mind. She trusts O'Hara completely. What she really wants to know is how the talk with his family back home is going. When she learns that O'Hara has already explained everything about their fake marriage, Rika wants to go and apologize too. After all, this whole thing was her idea. O'Hara says, don't worry about it. You should just rest for now. Rika says, I've been sleeping ever since I got here. It's so embarrassing. I should go and apologize properly tomorrow. The countryside night is very quiet. They can even hear frogs croaking outside. This makes Rika very curious, so she wants to go for a walk. O'Hara naturally goes with her. As soon as they step out, a frog jumps onto Rika's face in panic. She slips. Luckily, O'Hara catches her from behind. O'Hara asks, are you okay? Rika replies, I'm fine. O'Hara says, it's just a tree frog. O'Hara's warm body and the touch of his hands remind Rika of when she fainted earlier. She remembers being touched then. Now she realizes it was O'Hara and his father who carried her back to her room. Rika feels very sorry. Rika says, when we were picking melons, I didn't notice. I wasn't feeling well. That's why I fainted. Rika says, but maybe I was just too happy. Meeting you brought me to this amazing place. In all my past trips, I never had an experience like this. Thank you for bringing me here. O'Hara is also glad he met Rika. O'Hara says, that frog-shaped rock you gave me. I put it in front of my TV. I never got a gift like that before, so it made me really happy. Every time I see it, I think of you. This incredible experience, a trip that only works with someone else. Is this what marriage feels like? O'Hara says, Amat, I want to be with Rika. Rika says, the frogs are really loud tonight. O'Hara says, maybe we should head back now. Rika replies, yeah, you're right. The next day, Rika barely slept all night. O'Hara's words got cut off yesterday by the frog sounds. She keeps wondering what he wanted to say. Was he going to confess his feelings? So when she sees O'Hara again, she can't look him in the eye. After washing up, O'Hara plans to go straight to work, but Rika still wants to apologize at his place. She wants to take responsibility. Rika thinks, his hair is sticking up. It looks so fluffy. She feels like touching it would be nice. Rika thinks, no, I didn't come here to think about this. O'Hara's sisters and mom are very surprised. They didn't expect her to come all this way, just to apologize. But they don't mind what happened anymore. After all, it was to avoid being sent to the North Pole. Right, it was good for O'Hara too. They actually admire Rika's clever plan. This makes O'Hara's family think she's a good girl, so they take this chance. Mom asks O'Hara to show Rika around and enjoy the local sights. Rika really wants to visit the Volcano Museum. O'Hara is looking forward to it too. When they arrive, Rika gets excited right away. This place, she has imagined it so many times. Rika explains every detail about the sites to O'Hara and their history. She knows more than O'Hara, who grew up here. Suddenly, a group of noisy school kids arrives. They're being too loud. The tour guide looks like she's about to cry, making noise in the museum. It's really not good to make so much noise here. So O'Hara decides to do something. He asks everyone to be quiet. Then he praises the kids who listen. He learned this trick during his training. That's when he learned how to handle school groups. All children love being praised. If you praise the quiet ones first, the others will follow their example. Soon Rika joins in to help O'Hara. She starts telling the kids about the exhibit. With their fun explanations, the children become completely fascinated. They're having a great time now. The tour guide looks relieved. Before they know it, it's getting late. After saying goodbye to the kids, they get ready to leave. Their flight back to Tokyo is tonight. In the car, Rika thinks about their trip. This will become a very special memory for her. She feels lucky to have met O'Hara. Maybe she could really become his girlfriend. And without realizing it, she keeps wanting to touch his fluffy hair whenever she sees it. When O'Hara gets home, he's surprised to meet his childhood friend. Now, they haven't seen each other in years. It turns out Now came to show O'Hara's mother her new artwork. She now works in glassmaking. Later, O'Hara introduces his co-worker, Rika, to Now. Now politely greets Rika. O'Hara says, why so formal? All of a sudden, Now replies, why are you acting like an old man? Just because you live in Tokyo doesn't make you special. Your hair is still sticking up, like always. O'Hara says, yours isn't any better. Seeing how close they are, Rika feels strangely upset. She thinks she shouldn't have unrealistic dreams. Those fairy tale romance stories would never happen to someone like her. She tells herself to stop dreaming. Now says, if you don't mind, let's be friends. Actually, I'm moving to Tokyo soon. So, Rika, Let's get along from now on. Back at home, Rika keeps thinking about what O'Hara didn't finish saying. It bothers her. Was O'Hara going to confess his feelings? For a moment, she imagines a romantic story happening to her. Maybe their fake marriage could become real. But then O'Hara's childhood friend appears. All Rika's dreams disappear. This is so embarrassing. I was completely overthinking things. I thought O'Hara felt the same way about me. Looking back, it was such a silly fantasy. So she decides to stop daydreaming. She closes off her heart. She'll just keep a normal work relationship with O'Hara. Meanwhile, O'Hara, after spending time together these days, he feels like he and Rika are getting closer. But for some reason, ever since they returned to Tokyo, Rika suddenly acts cold toward him. What went wrong that night? Gondao invites O'Hara out for drinks. Gondao sees him as a love expert. How can I make Emma like me? She never even notices me at work. Women only pay attention to the person they like. This suddenly makes O'Hara realize something. Lately, Rika won't even look at him. Did he do something wrong? The next day, the office is in chaos. Mr. Shinsher, who handles the tour group, can't be reached all morning. No one is handling the tourists' issues, so angry calls keep coming in. O'Hara is surprised. Mr. Shinsher is usually the most responsible person. O'Hara is surprised. He's usually the most responsible person. Would he really mess up at a crucial time? Rika is also very busy seeing this. O'Hara kindly goes to check on her, but she brushes him off. This reminds him of what Gonda said. Does she hate me? Her attitude is different from before our hometown trip. Why is this happening? A boy named Jack Shinsher bursts into the office. He's looking for his dad. Hearing the name, everyone guesses he's Mr. Shinshi's son. Emma goes to talk to him. After some questions, they learn his parents had a fight last night. His mom said she wants a divorce. A coworker says, so that's why he disappeared? No way. Did he vanish into thin air? George says, wait a minute. Mr. Shinsher is fine. Such a young boy came all the way here. Let's not make him worry. George asks O'Hara to help the boy find Mr. Shinsher. You're young and kind. You're perfect for this. I'll handle your work for now. I'll also take care of Mr. Shinshi's work. His actions surprise everyone. They used to think he was lazy. They thought he just wasted time. O'Hara feels something is off. Mr. Shinsher seemed so happy yesterday. Why does he want a divorce now? They need to find him quickly. The boy wants to find his dad fast. He shows O'Hara the clues he collected. It's his dad's notebook of contacts. He thinks his dad might be at these places. O'Hara follows the clues with him. They search everywhere together, but they find nothing. The boy feels disappointed. O'Hara tells him to take a break. Let's eat first, then keep looking. While eating, the boy breaks down. He can't hold back his tears. Yesterday our family was so happy. Why did things change so fast? I wish we could go back. O'Hara sees him crying and rushes to comfort him, but he doesn't know what to say. He feels helpless. I don't even understand marriage. How can I understand divorce? I don't know how to help this kid. They search all afternoon, but they still find nothing. They have to ask the company for help, but Kurikawa has no ideas either. Then George gives them a suggestion. There's a creepy bar nearby. Go check there. People with no hope go there. They follow George's advice. They find the bar. Other coworkers join them. After work, O'Hara asks Emma to stay outside with Jack. The three of them go inside to look. Just as George said, Mr. Shinsher is drinking alone there. He's angry with the divorce papers. How can this stupid paper ruin my life? My whole life can't be erased by this. Please give me back my old life. Give me back my normal life. Suddenly, he runs out of the bar. No one can stop him. Just then, George arrives too. After hearing what happened, he organizes everyone to search. After some time, O'Hara finds him in a nearby tree. He's drunk and acting crazy. Mr. Shinsher thinks he's a gorilla. Even in this state, his coworkers still can't catch him. George gives Mr. Shinsher a punch to snap him out of it. The punch wakes Mr. Shinsher up. He doesn't want a divorce. Now he feels terrible. If he knew things would end like this, he never should have gotten married. As his son Jack plays around, he becomes more clear-headed. Mr. Shinsher says, I'm so sorry I lost control. Because I'm really scared. Last night, I remembered our anniversary was coming. So I bought a gift and went home. But then my wife said she wants a divorce. We never even fought. I always thought we were the perfect couple. Now I don't understand anything. Where did things go wrong? The next day, everyone is still shocked by what happened. No one expected divorce could drive a grown man to that point. Is divorce really that scary? He always seemed so happy. His son, Jack, is so cute too. How could he get divorced? It's so surprising. The coworkers can't make sense of it. Then George, who has been through it before, starts lecturing everyone again. His wife probably couldn't take it anymore. Mr. Shinsher only thinks about his own happiness. Marriage is complicated. Even if one person thinks it's perfect, the other might feel trapped forever. After this explanation, everyone seems to understand. In other words, in this marriage the husband didn't care about his wife. Maybe for her, instead of gifts, helping with chores would be better. The husband only cares about big things and ignores his wife's feelings. George reminds O'Hara to value his partner's thoughts. Though everyone talks freely, O'Hara feels even more confused about marriage. Even happy families can break up. What does marriage really mean? He goes to the storage room and sees Rika carrying things. He quickly helps her. They haven't been this close in a while, but Rika still looks cold. Rika says, "I still hope Mr. Shinsher won't get divorced." Jack must want his parents to make up too. O'Hara thinks, is she talking to me? How should I reply? Anything I say might make things worse. I don't dare say anything. It feels like we're back to square one. Rika feels very confused too. She acts like when they first met. She doesn't know how to talk to O'Hara. Is this really okay? Now suddenly shouts, "Miss Rika, it is Miss Rika. Miss Rika, please help me. I'm now." Before this happens, Rika secretly decides in her heart not to have any more fantasies about O'Hara. Rika thinks O'Hara and his childhood friend now might be a better match. Then Now suddenly appears behind Rika. This is Now's first time coming to the big city from the countryside. The complicated streets make her get lost right after leaving the station. She searches for a long time, but can't find her apartment. When Rika checks Now's address, she is surprised to find Now's apartment is right next to hers. What a coincidence. Now thanks Rika for her help and happily gives her a business card from her workplace. She hopes Rika can visit sometime the next day after work. Out of curiosity, Rika goes to the address on the card and arrives at Comet Glass Studio where Now works. She sees many beautiful glass artworks. Now is making a glass container under her teacher's guidance. Though Now usually seems careless, she works with great care and patience. She completes the process smoothly without any mistakes. Before she realizes it, a glass container is already finished. The work is so delicate that it makes Rika nervous. Just then Now notices Rika. She quickly calls out to her. Now says, "Since you're here, why didn't you tell me?" Rika worries she might disturb Now. This work needs quiet. Now says not at all. Hey, want to grab a drink later. Now says, "Miss Rika, can I come to your room? Let's have a drink together." Rika says, "My room. I've never let anyone in before." Now says, "I've always wanted to talk with you, Miss Rika." Though Rika doesn't want visitors, Now is so enthusiastic that she can't keep refusing. She says she needs to clean first, maybe later would work. Soon Now is drinking in Rika's room. Rika can't help but notice how energetic Now is. Now really wants to be friends with Rika. "Meeting you right after coming to Tokyo feels like fate. Let's drink as much as we want today. I made these glasses myself. They have stones from my hometown." Now says, "When I was little I often played alone by the river. Back then I wasn't afraid of anything. I followed the stream upstream. I found a very beautiful spot. It became my secret hideout. I would go there every day after school." Rika says that sounds wonderful. It feels like fairies could appear there any time. Now says true, though it wasn't fairies but herons. "Instead I used stones from that river in my glasswork." Rika says, "I see they're really beautiful," but Now says it's still not good enough. Now says, "The glass never listens to me. My strict teacher scolds me like a witch, and in the big city I often get lost. Life is full of little troubles, but that's normal. I came here to train because I'm still not skilled enough." Now's positive attitude touches Rika again. Now asks, "What kinds of things make you unhappy, Rika?" Rika says, "The map I bought yesterday got a folded corner." Now says that's all. At first Rika only talks about small daily troubles. She holds back, but as they drink more beer Rika starts to open up. Suddenly they have more to talk about. They even discuss what troubles her most. Now learns their marriage is just pretend. Now asks, "Are you two really just pretending?" Rika says, "I want to know too. I wish O'Hara would make things clear. If he has no feelings for me at all, I hope he would just say so with some liquid courage." Rika starts asking Now what her relationship with O'Hara really is. But right after asking she stops herself. "We're just in a fake marriage partnership. We're not real lovers. What happens between him and his childhood friend is none of my business." But Now openly shares everything. Now says he's been my best friend since childhood. We often went to our secret hideout together. One night we got completely lost. I was about to cry from fear when he saw how scared I was. He caught a firefly to cheer me up. Then he held my hand and helped me find our way home. Thanks to him, I got home safely. My mom scolded me badly, but O'Hara stood up for me. Rika is surprised. Rika never expected O'Hara to be so carefree as a kid. He's totally different from his shy self now. Now then says, if you want to know what he really thinks, just ask him directly. She takes out her phone and calls him. Now says, hey, it's Now. Is this O'Hara? O'Hara, come to Rika's place right now. Rika has something to ask you. Get here as fast as you can. After calling O'Hara over, Now happily passes out drunk. Hearing O'Hara is on his way. Rika drinks more beer to calm her nerves. Soon O'Hara arrives. By now Rika is completely drunk. Rika says, I've been waiting for you, O'Hara. O'Hara asks, what, Miss Rika? Are you drunk? At this moment Rika isn't her usual shy self. She's much more direct. She finally asks what's been on her mind. Rika says, that night in your hometown, what were you trying to tell me? Do you remember what you wanted to say next? O'Hara is stunned for a second. Then he says, back then I wanted to say, I was happy to take a walk with you. Hearing such a simple answer, Rika feels embarrassed. I'm so silly. I kept thinking about this and imagining things on my own. It was just a one-sided dream, after all. O'Hara asks, are you upset because of this? I'm really sorry. I'm not good with words. I always wanted to grow up as a kid. I thought everything would work out once I became an adult, but now that I'm grown, the world feels even more confusing. His words strike a chord with Rika. Rika says, I can't understand others' feelings either, not even my parents. My bright days suddenly turned dark. My parents divorced. Then Mom suddenly told me we'd live together, just the two of us. So I closed off my heart. If I don't expect anything, I won't be disappointed, but I still can't do it. It's all your fault. Why is this happening? You left your sentence unfinished, so I couldn't close it. I couldn't shut my heart away. We're just partners in a marriage plan, right? Say it clearly. I want to close my heart. What will you do about it? Rika speaks her true feelings after drinking some alcohol. After staying silent for a while, O'Hara also stops, hiding his emotions. I want to date Rika. Please go out with me. Rika never expected him to actually like her. Now she doesn't know how to handle the situation. I just wanted to complain to him a little. But he suddenly confessed to me. What should I do now? O'Hara is also confused. He feels like he said something too bold. She seemed distant from me lately. Now I've said something unnecessary. Our fake marriage plan. Will it fall apart because of this? And we still have to see each other at work. This is really bad. Of course Rika likes O'Hara too, but she can't believe this is real. Maybe I'm just drunk and imagining things. But she can't fool herself with that excuse. This is definitely real. Rika wonders how she should respond to O'Hara. I've never been in love before, so I have no idea what to do. When boys in school tried to talk to me, they always left because I was too boring. They leave soon after. After high school, I slowly become alone. It's still like this now. O'Hara, I'm just a boring person. You'll be disappointed if we date. O'Hara starts to panic. Does Rika already dislike me? Why won't she answer? Maybe she already has a boyfriend? That's why she's so quiet. O'Hara imagines 100 ways Rika might reject him, but she still says nothing. Someone looks at me with such honest eyes and says he wants to date me. This might never happen again in my life. I'm drunk right now. I'm hopeless. I need to say something. I can't stay silent like this. Rika struggles for a long time, but still can't speak. O'Hara waits for Rika's answer for over 10 minutes. Every second feels painful. His heart can't take it anymore. Finally he gives up. Seeing it's late, he makes an excuse to leave. He also takes the drunk Now with him. After O'Hara leaves, Rika finally gives up hope. She hates feeling so useless. She couldn't even say one word when it mattered. How will she face O'Hara now? When Rika sobers up, O'Hara's confession to her becomes even clearer in her mind. She still doesn't know how to respond, but she needs to go to work first. Because of her hangover and yesterday's confession, she's been feeling tense all over. Now her whole body aches. Was it really just from being nervous yesterday? I'm a woman whose whole body hurts because someone confessed to me. This is so embarrassing. She could cry at work. She finds O'Hara took the day off. This makes her relieved. She still doesn't know how to face him. But Rika thinks to herself, she can't keep avoiding this. She wants to give O'Hara an answer, but she's too nervous to press the call button. Meanwhile, O'Hara thinks he was rejected and feels heartbroken. He regrets confessing so directly yesterday. He wishes he could reload, like in a video game. But looking on the bright side, maybe I'm being too negative. Rika hasn't replied to me yet. Perhaps she just needs more time to think. Should I have waited longer yesterday? O'Hara keeps overthinking everything. He feels hopeless, but still has a little hope. And just then the doorbell suddenly rings. O'Hara says, Ganda, what are you doing here, walking around so casually? Ganda came to ask him for advice, but O'Hara is full of negative energy right now. He even tells Ganda to give up on Emma. You two have no chance. Office romances aren't allowed. But today Ganda isn't here to talk about Emma. Recently, he met a girl online who he really connects with. They're meeting today, but Ganda has little dating experience, so he feels completely unconfident. He wants O'Hara to come along for moral support. O'Hara asks, Ganda, is this really you? Ganda says, this photo looks great, right? I spent 60,000 yen editing it for the dating app. O'Hara says, 60,000? Just for dating? Ganda says this is completely normal. Everyone online does this. He's just trying to keep up with others. O'Hara suddenly thinks of something. Aren't you trying to chase after Emma? Is this really the right way to do it? Ganda says chasing Emma is just a dream. As he gets older, he sees reality more clearly. He's not handsome and he's not rich. The only thing he has left is his youth. That's why he keeps going on blind dates online. He wants to find someone to marry quickly, but meeting people in person isn't easy. Most people don't like him. The ones who do meet him are often strange, but he won't give up. Then Ganda changes his clothes. He recently became a fan of an idol group. In their fan community, he met a weird older woman. They talked a lot and got along well, so they decided to meet up. She's much older than him. Her photos look mysterious but attractive. She might be a dangerous person. Ganda says, if you see I'm in danger, please save me. O'Hara is shocked by Ganda's actions. O'Hara thinks, is this how people date now? He thinks about it. He and Ganda are not so different. His salary is not high. He is not a great guy either. His youth is almost gone. At least Ganda dares to try. Maybe he should be the one worrying. Suddenly Ganda's date, Kaori, shows up. The two of them do a whole idol fan chant together. It's their secret code. Ganda is a little shocked. He didn't expect Kaori to be so pretty. She looks nothing like her photos. Kaori thinks dating apps are scary, so she didn't want to show her full face. Kaori says, but I really wanted to talk to you, so I came anyway. Ganda says, thank you. Kaori says, don't be so formal, just talk like we do online. We already know each other so well. Ganda says, you're right. They have endless things to talk about, so chatting is easy for them. They talk about idols. They go places together. The date goes very smoothly. Both of them have fun. Before they know it, it's late when they say goodbye. Ganda doesn't want it to end. He hopes to go out with Kaori again next time. Kaori also wants to keep spending time with him. They chat more about their favorite idols, so they exchange contact info to stay in touch. Ganda says, I've never had this much fun before. Kaori replies, see you tonight then. After getting home, Ganda watches his idol's show while texting Kaori about it. Everything feels so comfortable. He starts to feel like he's falling in love. The next day, Ganda shares the good news with O'Hara. Ganda says, Kaori and I have talked every night for 3 days. I think we're getting really close. Master, I've decided to go for it. I want to marry Kaori. Then Ganda starts planning his proposal with O'Hara. O'Hara wants to tell him not to rush, but he knows he can't really say that. After all, he also confessed to Rika. Suddenly, he doesn't really understand marriage himself. So he asks, why do you want to get married so badly? Ganda explains, my family was very poor growing up. My dad never kept a job, and we had lots of debt. My parents fought all the time. I don't have many happy childhood memories. Maybe I'm trying to fix what I missed back then. So I really want to have a complete family. Life doesn't need to be special. I just want to marry the girl I love, have a cute baby, and live a happy life. That's enough for me. I think Kaori and I can make it happen. O'Hara thinks Ganda's words make sense. He supports Ganda in pursuing his true love. Then Ganda asks Kaori to meet him. He says, please date me with marriage in mind. Kaori asks, are you serious? Ganda replies, of course I'm serious. Kaori says, come with me. She takes Ganda to the daycare center to pick up her child. Turns out Kaori is a single mom. Kaori asks again, do you still want to marry me? Are you still serious? Seeing this, Ganda starts to hesitate. This is an ending he never expected. Kaori says, it's okay, don't force yourself. Kaori sees Ganda staying silent, so she turns and leaves. Later Ganda goes back to O'Hara. He tells him everything. Ganda says, actually I don't mind at all. I just panicked for a moment. Ganda says, so I want to talk to Kaori again. Ganda goes to the bank. He withdraws all his savings. It's just raising one more child. I can handle it. Ganda texts Kaori to meet him at the place where they first met. But Kaori doesn't come after getting the message. Instead, she sends her best friend, Lily, to explain things to Ganda. Lily says, Kaori and I went to kindergarten together. We've been friends since we were little. Kaori said she can't come today. She's really sorry. Lily says, Kaori also wants me to tell you. You don't need to worry about that thing. It's okay. Lily says, Kaori also says thank you. Gondal asks, does Kaori hate me now? Lily says, it takes real courage to introduce someone to your child. I often use my kid to push away annoying men. But Kaori isn't like that. Lily sees that Gondal seems ready to accept Kaori and her child, so she doesn't say anything more. Lily knows Gondal understands Kaori's feelings. She also knows Gondal wants to accept Kaori. But maybe the best timing has passed. After this happens, Gondal goes to talk with O'Hara. Gondal says, I won't talk about marriage so lightly anymore. I realize I was just saying empty words. I wasn't truly ready to commit. Gondal says, Kaori trusted me so much. But I got scared. I regret being so hesitant back then. Gondal says, I hurt Kaori. I'm such a terrible person. Gondal, you've already done your best. You're really amazing. O'Hara thinks to himself, my feelings for Rika, are they strong enough to make me cry for her? Meanwhile, Kaori looks at a photo of her and Gondal on her phone. She wants to delete it to end things for good. But she can't bring herself to do it. Whenever Rika has free time, she thinks about contacting O'Hara, because when he confessed his feelings to her before, she couldn't give him an answer. But every time she tries to call him, she hesitates again. Even if she reaches him, she doesn't know what to say. I should have given him an answer back then. If this goes on, another day will end. I have to call him before I get home. Rika, just then now appears. She feels really sorry. I forced you to come to my place and drink with me, but I only drank 3 glasses and fell asleep. I don't remember anything after that. After that, what exactly happened? Now doesn't fully understand what Rika is thinking, but she can tell Rika is confused right now. Then she comes up with a great idea. My studio has a glass-making workshop. When you make glass, you forget all your worries. Soon Rika arrives at Nao's studio. For a moment, she feels unsure. This is something she's never tried before. But Nao promises to teach her step by step, and Nao's teacher seems very welcoming too. Then Rika starts learning glass-making with Nao. Nao helps with the dangerous parts first. After Nao heats the glass, Rika tries shaping a glass container by blowing. With Nao's guidance, she manages to finish it. The tension and the heat of the glass make her realize how hard this work is. Nao puts the glass back in the furnace to reheat it. Next they work on the container's base. Nao starts teaching her hands-on. First we press this wooden board against the glass. Coordinating both hands is the key here. Rika carefully follows Nao's instructions. Rub the bottom of the glass after some time. Nao tells her to stop at the right moment. I'll take care of the rest. The process looks simple for Rika, but for someone trying it for the first time it's not easy. Nao is amazing. I was worried I might fail. This is the first time I've felt so nervous, but I also feel refreshed. Clearing my mind feels so nice suddenly. Rika remembers when O'Hara confessed his feelings to her. I can't understand others' feelings, not even my parents. That's why I closed my heart. If I don't expect or want anything, Mom won't worry about me. That's what I've always believed. But it made me lose the ability to express emotions. I became someone who can't make decisions. Thinking about this makes Rika's mind overload again. Rika thinks it's too late to change her difficult personality. Just then, Nao finishes the rest of the glasswork. Rika's first glass container is finally complete, but the finished piece clearly has flaws. The container's body is completely crooked. Nao quickly says, you did great for your first try. There's no right way to make glass. Just do it the way you like. Nao's casual words give Rika a new idea. Nao says, I think your work is amazing, Rika. Please use it. Rika says, okay. Nao says, I'll deliver it after the glass cools. Rika says, thank you. Suddenly Rika gets a text from her mom. Her mom is also in Tokyo. She asks to meet up. She wants to check on Rika after getting home. Rika dresses up carefully. She wants to make a good impression. She also plans to talk about O'Hara with her mom. She feels a little nervous. On her way out, she twists her ankle. Luckily, it's not serious, but she misses O'Hara's call because of it. While waiting, she feels very anxious. Her mom is as energetic as ever and very intense. She's a famous interior design consultant. She's always working, ready to fly anywhere for meetings. Seeing how busy her mom is, Rika can't bring herself to say what she wants to say. Then her mom asks about her job. Mom wants her to quit and start her own business. Working at a travel agency is too busy and the pay is low. She even plans a good career path for Rika. If Rika follows her plan, things will be better than now. Rika says, Mom, I've decided to focus on my current job first. Mom says, seems you've thought it through. It's your choice. After all, it's your life. Rika can't keep up with Mom's fast pace. Mom is a strong woman. She always charges forward. She stays positive and serious about everything. I can't be like Mom. I don't have big dreams or many friends. I'm happy just quietly looking at maps. The person Mom wants me to be, I just can't become that. Mom says, by the way, Rika, aren't you getting married? Rika says, sadly, not even close. Mom says, I see, I thought you'd have someone by now. About this, Mom feels guilty because her failed marriage made Rika suffer while growing up. Mom says, you need to think carefully about who you marry. Suddenly Rika feels very pressured. Mom says, just kidding. I'm sure you'll choose someone. Wonderful. When you find someone, you must bring them to meet me. We promise, okay? Meanwhile, O'Hara keeps calling Rika, but he can't get through. O'Hara thinks she must really hate me now. Our days off never match anymore. We don't see each other at work either. Is she avoiding me on purpose? Today is our only shared day off, but she's not answering. If I call again, she'll just hate me more. I'll just have to wait for her reply without expecting much. Suddenly the phone rings. O'Hara thinks it's Rika calling. He nervously answers the call, but he's quickly disappointed. It's the vet calling. They're checking on the kitten's health. At the same time, Rika's short meeting with her mom ends. Her mom rushes off to another meeting. Rika checks her phone. She sees 2 missed calls from O'Hara. She was so distracted thinking about her mom, she didn't notice the calls at all. She needs to call him back right away. But soon she starts hesitating. She doesn't know how to reply. What should she say? Sorry, I missed your call. Or, sorry, I haven't given you an answer about that night. Or maybe, sorry, I'm such an idiot. Her hesitation drags on for over 10 minutes. She starts thinking, what does O'Hara even see in her? He must have the wrong idea about her. The fake marriage made him misunderstand. If he really knew her, he'd be disappointed. Even she thinks she's useless. While hesitating, Rika remembers something from her school days. Back then a classmate texted her. He asked to meet up. He said he had something important to say, but her first thought was to run away. For a second, she wondered if it was a confession, but she quickly dismissed the idea. Why would someone text her like that? Was it a prank or a joke, or maybe some new kind of scam? She was so scared that she hid at home for 3 days. He kept texting her every day, but she never replied. She just kept avoiding him for 3 days. After returning to school, I finally learned the truth about why he wanted to ask me out. That boy had been waiting for me under the hot sun for 3 days. He got so weak from the heat that he fainted. This was clearly not a prank or a joke, and definitely not a scam. So I'm just a fool. Like this. I can't make decisions on my own. I don't expect anything. I don't chase anything. But this time is different from before, because Rika actually likes O'Hara too. That's why she can't stop thinking about it. She wants to know why he likes her. This confusing crush keeps tormenting her. I have to end this messy love chain right now. Then she rushes to O'Hara's front door. O'Hara, let's go on a date. We can go out right. Okay, sure, thanks. I'll text you the place later. Bye. Oh, sorry, I missed your calls. On the day of the date, O'Hara arrives at the meeting spot early. He still doesn't understand Rika's feelings. Ever since he confessed to her, she hasn't replied. She even avoids him. His calls keep going unanswered. Just when he thought all hope was lost, Rika suddenly asks him out on a date. This completely confuses him. Soon Rika arrives today. She seems unusually determined. She says, if he gets bored he can just go home. She thinks, I won't let love cloud my judgment anymore. Today, I'll be my true self. If O'Hara sees a different side of me outside work, he'll realize he was completely wrong about me. Then I can go back to my peaceful life. This is the real me. Come on, O'Hara. Get ready to be disappointed. O'Hara watches as Rika ignores him and happily takes photos of the sights. This makes O'Hara even more confused. This doesn't feel like a date at all. O'Hara quickly looks up info about the place to find something to talk about with Rika. Turns out Rika came here because of a show she watched. She's a big fan of it. On her days off, she visits places featured on the show. Rika asks, so, O'Hara, what do you think? My day off must seem really boring, right? O'Hara says, I think it's great. I've seen the show too, but I've never actually visited these places. Rika asks, did you watch last week's episode, O'Hara? Then the two visit the tourist spot together. O'Hara notices how serious Rika is. It's a side of her he's never seen before. He finds it strangely cute. O'Hara accidentally stares at her too long, but Rika thinks he must find her boring. She expects him to lose interest soon and leave her alone. But for O'Hara, Rika seems even more attractive than usual. As Rika explores the sights, O'Hara quietly watches her. Suddenly, O'Hara spots the Bell of Happiness nearby. It's a special attraction for couples on dates. You ring the bell after seeing Mount Fuji and make a wish. O'Hara wants to do this romantic thing with Rika, but Rika turns and walks away first so O'Hara does it alone. Their date continues in this unusual way. Before they know it, it's already noon. O'Hara plans to tell Rika to stop for lunch, but Rika doesn't seem interested. Instead, she calmly takes out energy bars from her bag. This scene feels romantic in its own way. Even the bars taste better now. As they visit more spots, Rika gets more absorbed in them. She imagines how this place was built years ago. It feels like it's happening right before her eyes. Rika can't help but sigh. This is amazing, O'Hara says. It really is. Rika says, huh, you're still here. She thought O'Hara had left long ago, but O'Hara has been right behind her the whole time. He even looked up stories about the place. That's why he could join in her conversation. Rika suddenly feels a little shy, even though she wanted O'Hara to see her true self. She didn't want him to see her lost in her own world. Rika says, this is boring, right? You don't have to stay with me. O'Hara says, well, I'm having fun. It's the first time I've seen you so happy, Rika. You really love maps, don't you? This isn't how Rika imagined things would go. How could he possibly be enjoying this? This is just my ordinary boring day. In reality, no one would find this interesting. Rika thinks O'Hara is really strange. She says, I'm just looking around. I've been amusing myself the whole time. I didn't even think about how you felt. I don't understand myself when I'm with you. So, let's never see each other again. Rika decides to cancel their fake marriage plan. She will take responsibility and go to Alaska alone. So let's end things here. That's why I asked to meet you today. I feel scared of myself when I'm with you. After understanding Rika's decision, O'Hara finally gives up hope. O'Hara agrees to Rika's request, but doesn't walk away. They both stand still looking at each other. Rika thinks, this feels strange. She feels like crying. Why is this happening? I'm closing my heart again, just like before. Is this really the right thing to do? No, it's not right at all. Actually, I actually want to stay with O'Hara. O'Hara doesn't want to give up either. The person he likes is right in front of him. He doesn't want to lose someone so precious, so he decides to take a bold step. O'Hara grabs Rika's hand. He wants to confess his feelings again, but surprisingly, Rika responds too. In this emotional moment, they share a kiss. After this sweet moment, they slowly come back to reality. Now they feel extremely shy. They pull apart reluctantly. After separating, O'Hara's heart pounds like a drum. Rika even turns completely pale. Her mind goes blank from what just happened. After calming down a little, Rika says she needs to sort things out. She says, I'm not angry about it, but lately too many unexpected things have happened. We weren't even friends to begin with, just co-workers, senior and junior at the company, and partners in a fake marriage. But co-workers don't suddenly visit each other's homes or take walks together at night in their hometown. So to keep things simple, I suggested this date. But even though it was such a boring date, you said you had fun. And when I said we shouldn't meet again, we ended up holding hands and looking into each other's eyes. And then, why did we even kiss? He says, I don't know why either. She says, here's the map for you. Sorry, but you'll have to explore the rest alone. I need to go home and think I'm not angry, really. Rika looks so calm. O'Hara admires Rika's attitude. He can't believe Rika and O'Hara kissed. Rika still can't process what happened, but Rika isn't really calm. She just doesn't want to show her feelings in front of O'Hara. When she gets home, Rika finally lets her emotions out. She tries to relax by playing with stones or thinking about space. But when she remembers kissing O'Hara, she feels too embarrassed to face anyone at work. The next day, when they see each other, the kiss flashes through their minds between them. Things become even more awkward when working together. They keep remembering the kiss. Calm down, it's work time now. How can they stay calm? The person they kissed yesterday is right there. Adults shouldn't be shaken by such things. They know they're adults now. They can't act like shy high schoolers, but they just can't stay calm. Their strange behavior catches their boss Kirikawa's attention. Kirikawa says, Rika, O'Hara, do you have a minute? They answer yes. Kirikawa says, I have something important to tell you. Kirikawa suddenly calls them into her office to help with hiring new employees. Next year, the company starts a new online project. Kirikawa says you two are living together, right? We want you to record your daily work and life. Post it as a blog on the company website. This way, people will see how our company supports married employees. Kirikawa says you don't need to write every detail. No need to share your private moments. But don't overthink it. Just be natural. Write about your normal daily life. Hearing Kirikawa's request, they quickly discuss whether to accept. If they refuse, their fake marriage might be exposed. If they agree, they'll have to start living together. It won't be as simple as a fake marriage anymore. To avoid making things more complicated, Rika decides it's time to end this. O'Hara says, "Are you giving up the fake marriage to go to Alaska?" "I don't want to go to Alaska, and I don't want you to go either. Let's try it." Rika says, "Stop." Hearing O'Hara's words, Rika feels happy deep down. She also wants to try this project, but they have different living habits. Also, O'Hara has a cat at home. Moving in suddenly might affect the cat. Rika says, "Let's think about it more carefully." O'Hara agrees with her. During her break, Rika goes to her favorite spot to clear her mind. She thinks a lot on the way from his confession to their kiss. O'Hara has always shown his feelings, but Rika hasn't responded yet. "I can't keep hesitating anymore. Are you ready, O'Hara? I'm coming to you. I'm jumping into your life, flying to where you are." After making this decision, Rika feels much lighter, but O'Hara is under a lot of pressure. It's been 5 days since they last talked. He hasn't heard back from her. Just as O'Hara starts to lose hope, the doorbell rings. Rika says, "Sorry to keep you waiting. Let's give it a try." Rika is ready to move in with O'Hara. But to avoid problems in their new life together, Rika makes some rules for living together. She names this plan Out-of-Bound Behavior Prevention Plan. Rika says, "Now let's talk about the plan, then we'll decide how to write the living report. Follow the rules strictly." O'Hara is confused by the rule. Raise your hand before speaking. Rika says, "I think this will help avoid unexpected problems." O'Hara says, "Report. Does this only apply in this room? Not at work, right?" Rika says, "Report. That's correct." To avoid changing O'Hara's cat's lifestyle, they decide to live at his place for rent and utilities. Rika wants to split the costs, but O'Hara says he'll pay for everything, since you still have to pay for your own place. Even so, Rika doesn't want to give in. They argue while raising their hands. Finally, Rika agrees. Rika says, "At least let me pay for utilities." O'Hara says no need. "Keeping our hands raised is tiring." "You're right. No need to raise hands during long talks." Then Rika makes another rule. "To avoid disturbing you and your cat, I'll stay in a tent inside the room. Except when working on reports, I'll always be inside the tent." Rika chooses a spot farthest from the cat. She prepares to set up her tent near the window. O'Hara says, "Report. What should we do about dinner tonight?" O'Hara, "Right, dinner. What about dinner?" O'Hara says, "I'll go buy some food." He says it's to buy food, but mainly the atmosphere in the room makes him too nervous to stay. He needs to get some air. He never expected he would really start living with Rika. Meanwhile, Rika prepares for their next discussion topic. Just then the cat suddenly appears behind her. Rika knows the cat is the real owner here. Without the cat's permission, she can't even finish her report, let alone do anything else in this house. She wants to please the cat, but worries about bothering it. In the end, she stays completely still. Rika says, "Kitty, I mean no harm. I won't interfere with you at all." The cat rubs against her, seeming to like her. Sometime later, O'Hara returns with food. Rika is already settled in her tent. Rika says, "Welcome back." O'Hara says, "Rika, I'm going to cook now. Would you like to eat together, if it's okay?" Rika says, "Cook." "Oh, you're going to cook." Rika feels a bit uneasy. "I should have thought about this boundary earlier. This is an experiment about how we can live together while keeping our distance. If we don't set clear boundaries, the distance between us will slowly shrink and unexpected things might happen, like that time we kissed." Less than 15 minutes later, O'Hara finishes making 2 plates of delicious-looking dinner. Rika is completely shocked. Rika says it's really delicious. O'Hara says, "Thank you." Rika says, "I've never tasted this before. Is it foreign food?" O'Hara says, "I added dukkha to it." Rika says dukkha is an Egyptian spice. Right, collecting spices is one of O'Hara's hobbies. Whenever he travels or works abroad, he buys local spices, so he has many unusual ingredients at home. These spices are specialties from different countries. Rika, who loves maps, finds this very interesting. But as they talk more about it, Rika suddenly realizes she might be crossing the line again. She quickly stops the conversation. Keep the boundaries. Now there's another big problem. I really need to use the bathroom. She also wants to brush her teeth after eating, and she wants to change into sportswear. But she can't do any of these things here. Rika is afraid of crossing boundaries, so she feels too shy to use the bathroom. But to solve her urgent need, she suggests going home for a while. She promises to return after taking care of things. O'Hara has been holding it in too. Only after Rika leaves can he finally relax and go to the bathroom. Back at home, Rika can finally do all those normal daily things freely. At this moment, they both think about how much easier single life is. After finishing her business, Rika quickly prepares to return to O'Hara's place. But if she keeps running home every time she needs the bathroom, it would be too exhausting. Next time, maybe she should use a convenience store. When Rika returns, O'Hara brings up a serious question. What about showering? Rika thinks, showering? I can't possibly undress here. She already can't even use the bathroom here. But not showering isn't an option either. Plus, she sweated a lot from setting up the tent and going back and forth. The tent is also hotter than she expected. Rika considers going home again, but she just went home. Going again would seem strange. Rika doesn't know what to do. This makes her feel overwhelmed. Seeing Rika so confused, O'Hara starts panicking. Too suddenly he gets an idea. He suggests Rika use the public bath. This way they won't bother each other. Watching Rika go to the bath alone while he enjoys his bathtub at home makes him feel bad, so he decides to go with her. After the bath, Rika feels refreshed, seeing no one outside. She thinks O'Hara already left, but he's actually waiting for her. Rika asks, "Are you waiting for me?" Rika thinks, "I'm so happy someone waited for me." O'Hara thinks, Miss Rika is really beautiful. Back home, the atmosphere between them suddenly feels romantic, but they manage to control themselves. At bedtime, O'Hara keeps thinking about what happened. He feels like something almost happened between them, but nothing did and nothing could. He wonders, what's wrong with me? He can't sleep. He feels both excited and scared about what might happen. The tent is getting hotter. The insulation works too well. This makes it impossible for them to sleep. They go to the balcony to cool down. They sigh and say, dating as adults is so complicated. Every step feels so important. Maybe for them skipping the dating phase and getting married would be better. The next day, O'Hara finds Kirikawa. He plans to tell her about his fake marriage with Rika and end everything. But the words won't come out. At this moment, he feels like he's still a child. When he was little, during swimming class, even though the pool was free and didn't charge an entry fee, his mom still gave him 500 yen just in case. She told him not to buy snacks from street vendors, but he couldn't resist and ate anyway. When his mom asked, he lied and said, "I used the money for swimming class," but the sauce on his lips gave him away. His mom was very angry, not because he ate the snacks, but because he lied and wouldn't admit it. That was what she couldn't forgive. Thinking of this, O'Hara decides he can't keep making mistakes. He blurts out the truth about his fake marriage with Rika. O'Hara says, "I lied to you because I didn't want to be transferred. So I tricked everyone into thinking we were getting married. I didn't think about how it would affect others. I'm sorry. I truly apologize. Please send me to Alaska instead." Kirikawa doesn't get angry. She tells O'Hara to follow her to the office. Earlier, Rika also went to see Kirikawa. She confessed the same thing as O'Hara. In other words, you'd rather fake a marriage than go to Alaska, right? Kirikawa says, "Oh, I had no idea. I must have really stressed you out. But don't worry anymore. I'll go there myself." Kirikawa says, "Calm down. I've already talked to headquarters. So neither of you has to go." Even though Kirikawa's decision solves the problem, their guilt doesn't go away. After work, they go to see Kirikawa. They want to apologize again. Kirikawa tells them not to feel bad. She says, "Going to Alaska doesn't upset me." Kirikawa adds, "I'm actually excited about it. Instead, I feel excited and full of hope. When I was young, I always loved traveling. I've been to many places around the world. But after getting married, I settled down. I became a branch manager. I started worrying about other people's trips, but I stopped my own travels. Every day, I attended meetings. I managed projects and numbers. I made my team do work they didn't enjoy at home. I had to be a good wife and daughter-in-law. I balanced work and family. The only trip left was a yearly visit to the Maldives. I don't hate this life, but what if? What if there's a straight, easy road ahead of me and I just keep walking that road forever? Is that really my life? No way. I want more adventure in my life. I'll walk 1,000 paths and face any challenge. I'll go places I've never been and see sights I've never seen. That's the joy of being alive, and my husband fully supports me. He thinks after marriage I became too obedient. He worried he was holding me back. When I said I wanted to change, he actually felt relieved. He even decides to go with me to Alaska. When they hear what Kirikawa says, O'Hara and Rika feel much better. But since the Alaska problem is gone, they don't need to pretend to be married anymore. So they put away their fake wedding rings. Now they need to tell their co-workers the truth. They decide to face it together. They also pack up all the things they bought for their fake marriage. They prepare to sell them on a second-hand market. After sorting the last piece of trash, their 2-month fake marriage comes to an end. Both say they're happy to return to their single lives. But when it's time to part, they feel sad inside. Rika even starts crying at that moment. O'Hara feels like he's standing at a crossroads in life. Should he keep living the same way or make a change? Without thinking, O'Hara runs toward Rika. O'Hara says, "We're just co-workers. We're not even friends. But will you marry me?" Rika says, "I do." O'Hara says, "Even though we haven't started dating yet, will you marry me?" Rika says, "I do." At this moment, they happily propose to each other. Rika has one last question. She asks O'Hara if he likes her. Rika says, "I often do strange things and then regret them. I'm not confident in myself, but I have many dreams and many things I want to tell you. Can you like someone like me?" O'Hara says, "I like you, Rika." Rika says, "I like you too, O'Hara." Then O'Hara formally proposes to Rika. He puts a wedding ring on her finger. O'Hara says, "Rika, will you marry me?" Rika says, "I do." O'Hara says, "Let's start over." Rika says, "Okay." Now that they've decided to be together again, their marriage plans are no longer a lie, but they still want to tell their co-workers. The co-workers are surprised, but happy for them. They congratulate the couple warmly. Gondao is moved by their story. Now he wants to find his own happiness too. The person who made anonymous calls is revealed. It turns out to be O'Hara's co-worker. After learning they're really together, he gives them sincere blessings. He also tells Rika's mother about this. O'Hara shares his wedding news with friends and family. Everyone sends their congratulations. Since Rika and O'Hara became a couple, Rika goes to O'Hara's place. First thing, every morning they go to work together. She also gives him a sweet kiss.